Hello, this is Kerry Paulson with Automatic Fisherman. I'm going to show you one of my new products. It's called the Snapper. We built the Snapper this year with a flag system to it. The flag basically goes under the trigger, so when the rod goes off, the flag comes up. Now, the flag can be either put on the right side or the left side. Whatever reel handle you have, it goes on the opposite side of the reel handle. So, and back here, you'll see there's a little knob back here. This adjusts the rod holder right here. There's a little black plate. If you want the rod holder to be straight up and down, you can put the black plate, turn the knob tight. I always tell everybody, try to start it at a 45-degree angle and turn the knob back here tight. Tight is tight, too tight's broke. So then there's a knob on the top here. This knob, if you loosen it up, it will actually open the stabilizer and also allow you to extend this product out. I can do all of this with a pair of mitts on. I don't have to have my hands off and putting little pins in or moving things. I can do it all with a pair of chopper gloves on. So I'm going to be using a 36-inch ice rod. I'm going to set it, there's a little scale in here. I'm going to set it to 14 inches because I know that's where a 36-inch rod goes. And I'm going to turn this tight. Now I'm going to set this down on the ice. And I want to have a fairly stable platform for it. And then this is one of my other rods. This is a 36-inch medium light rod. I have a 5-year replacement warranty on these rods. They're super strong, they're super durable. They have a light, fast tip to them. This little black part on the rod is an amplifier in the rod, so if you were going to use this as a jigging rod, you could actually feel the fish bite in this part of the handle. I have over 13 different styles of rods and about 60 to 70 different actions and styles of fishing rods on our website. This is what we call our slackline bobber. This right here allows the fish to grab the bait and pull this bobber up before the rod actually releases. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you a little bit how to set this up. So the first thing you have to do is slide this hairband up a little bit, take your finger and kind of slip this little trigger system up. You can shake it out and the trigger will pop out, and you just put the trigger into the little hoop part of that. If the trigger gets wet, doesn't matter, it's stainless steel. It's not gonna rust, it's not gonna stick, it's not gonna freeze like some of the other products do. So here I put the rod in the holder. I'm gonna put the bait in the water. You don't want to stand over the top of it because you could get it in your eye. So I tell everybody to just stand off to the side. Don't bend the rod right here because you can break the rod. Take the tip of the rod and push it over and connect it to that little pin right there. That's called your trigger pin. That can be adjusted by a little black or blue tool that we have. So that pin can be adjusted back towards the rod holder to make it a harder bite for that fish. So in theory, I could take a live 10-inch crappie, put it on for bait, bend that pin back towards the rod holder so the crappie can't trip it off. But then when a pike comes and hits it, they don't have a whole lot of resistance. And I can also take that pin and bend it away from the rod holder so I can actually get it set so I can catch crappies, bluegills, trout, you name it, perch. So the very last thing I do with this product is I take the flag and I'm going to bend it down. I'm going to hold the trigger and the fishing rod together, and I'm going to put the trigger pin, the trigger shaft, and this little guide part of the flag underneath that shaft. So now when that fish comes up, you can actually, here's what I'm talking about with the slack line. I can let this fish have up to 2 feet of slack by having this bobber right here. So now that fish can come up, grabs the bait, is pulling out this line. There's no resistance for this fish. He's taking it away. He's thinking, hey, I got a free meal. Second that line gets tight, that shaft is gonna drop down. The flag will come off of that trigger pin and alert you that you got a bite. Watch this. So now that fish is hooked up, he's running on the line, the drag's taken out. I always tell everybody, between 3 to 7 inches off of the ice is where the drag should be releasing. Now, you can put a blue tip on here, you can put any kind of light system on here, and it'll start beeping the second that flag goes from a parallel position to a horizontal position. And now you can see this flag from a distance away a lot easier than you can see the actual fishing rod up. So when you get the fish on, you just come up, take the rod out of the holder, fight your fish like you would normally do, and then at the end of the day, all you got to do is take this trigger, put it back underneath that hairband. It's got a little storage spot for it. Push the 2 little parts of the hoop in, fold that down, take the flag, put it underneath the hairband, loosen up the orange knob. Like I said, I can do all of this with mitts on, tighten it back up, and I can let it sit like this, or I can loosen up the orange knob in the back and store the rod holder underneath like that. And that's what it would be like stored. So you can put it in your ice bucket, a bag, or your sled. So you can check these out. HT Enterprises is actually selling the snapper in all the big retail stores, bait shops, whatever else. You can get it at their website, htenerprises.com or automaticfisherman.com. And I thanks for all the support, and good luck fishing.